All right, and we should be good. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, my tracking's already awful. Maybe I'll live fix my configuration. But yes, hi everyone. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. This is crazy. I started stream at a reasonable time and I'm on Twitch and NA Live. I tweeted out. I'm like almost professional, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm taking it very seriously. And that's because there I was in VC, just a bit ago, right? Or actually, no, I've been in VC for like the last 2 hours, and I saw Mia in there. She posted, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be in VC prepping for my debut if anyone wants to join. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll hang out in there. Why not? And then I just saw her doing her prep, and but was like, you know what? Like, I don't know. I got in a really productive mood, actually, I guess, is the big thing. So after, helping guide her through that, I'm I think she's too much of a perfectionist. She's like, I don't know. She's trying to make sure everything is exactly how she wants it. Gojo, welcome on into Annie Live. Welcome, welcome. But you know what? I'm sure she's going to do fantastic later in about 2 hours. I'm definitely going to be there. I'm very excited for that. Yeah, to answer a question I got on Annie Live, oh yeah, so my new little kitten. Yes, so I do have a new little kitten. I was just talking about it in the Annie Live, I guess pre-stream if you want to call it that. He's gonna be hanging out with us on my lap today. He's very, very adorable. If you see me looking down a lot, that's why. It's because I'm like looking down, just making sure he's okay. He's very much a lap cat. He loves hanging out on people's laps, and he will scream if he's not like in my lap. Hi, I'm glad to see you in such a Euro-friendly time. Yeah, so I do, like, on the weekend, whenever I'm able to stream a bit, earlier, I like to. Just because I don't like streaming in the evening for my time. I like streaming more in, like, middle of the day this time. I don't know, I guess it's, like, the people who are available during this time are just, like, I don't know, it's, like, I don't get to see you often, but y'all are always super cool. Yeah, so about this kitten though, no, I shouldn't say any names or take any pictures of it until I've confirmed that it's my cat. We're still like trying to see if it has an owner out there somewhere. And so yeah, we'll hold off on that. Yuri, welcome on into Annie Live. Welcome, welcome into the Annie Live chat. But yes, so actually, while I'm thinking about me being in VC and while I'm thinking about yapping, anyone here watch the Family Feud game last night? So there's the Nexus Family Feud that happened. It was Rixie and Taryn went ahead and prepared that, and that was one of the streams of all time. Oh my goodness. Okay, but do you promise when you find out that it's your cat, you'll DM me? Sure, I'll DM you the cat pics. I was watching the VOD, yeah, so it was definitely very, very fun. It was very scuffed. It's like, oh good. I recognize that a lot of work went into it. It was definitely like there was a lot to do, but I feel like there was also a lot more that should have been done. It was still definitely very, very fun though. I could tell that everybody there was having a very, very good time. Scuff is a part of the streaming experience. It really is. It definitely, definitely is. It's like I'm a bit of a I guess I like to overthink things. I like to prepare. And so I try to limit scuff as much as possible. It's like if I understand how something works, I make sure that there's no chance of scuff happening. If I don't, or if I do end up having scuff, it's because I just don't understand how something works. Rixie was kind of falling apart a bit, but hey, it was great fun. Yeah, no, it really, really was. And I'll admit, a lot of the results very much surprised me. Like, I was considering whether or not I wanted to be a player in it. I technically did have the choice. I decided to decline because I thought it'd be more fun to watch. And I stand by that. I do think that I enjoyed it more because I wasn't a participant. Valentina, welcome on in. And Anise, welcome on in as well to Annie Live Chat. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so no, like there are so many of the answers where I was like, what? Like the hide and seek one in Izia, like Yaya was not one of the answers. I was so confused. Well, because there's definitely, right, there's the bias of who was actually taking the survey. Like, definitely, well, I think they said there were 79 responses. It's like, I feel like we could have used a bigger survey size, but that's not something we can necessarily help. But it was definitely led to some. I mean, some of them made so much sense. Some of them were just spot on. Like, which ones were? I feel like the Riz question was pretty good. Not saying that Mia has the most Riz, just saying I agreed with the answers. Maybe you get a shot in the future when talking about making more for Yume versus Tensei, and then a third finale versus Nebulink and the other winner. Oh, that could be fun. I'd be down to be a part of that. Oh my goodness, so many people joined Andy Live. Nate, Connor, Tater, Haru. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you forgot to change it back to Freak. I see, I see. But yes, so and Gloomspire. My goodness, everybody's here on a this Saturday afternoon, huh? No, admittedly, I don't think I'd want to be a player in any of those. Instead, I actually think I'd want to host an event. There might actually be an event. I'm not going to say too much, but there might be an event that I'm going to be a co-host on coming up soon. Have you seen my two recent posts? I think I saw one of them. I mean, you saying that makes me want to go check them. Event? Yeah, Haru, I think you would know about the event. I think you would have seen a post about it. I definitely, like, I was watching, I was like, I'd want to be the host far more than the player for some reason. I don't know why. National drinking competition. Yeah, actually, I was very interested in the answers for the one where who holds their alcohol the best in the Nexus Family Feud, which I am going to be talking about a lot today because it's definitely still on the mind. Gato, welcome on in, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so it's what Ruv was first. Definitely makes sense. Anaria was second though. Anaria, really. I'm very surprised because I feel like she takes 3 sips and then would say the most unhinged shit. So it's like, well, okay, but then again, that's because she typically has like high percent drinks and goes through them way too fast. So it's not necessarily that it's not that she's bad at holding her alcohol, rather it's she goes through it too fast. Certainly a handful of potential event ideas in the making. Oh, for sure. Like, people kept mentioning Jeopardy. Like, that could be fun. Like a Nexus Jeopardy. Talking about the thigh. Well, okay. I think I did see that one, actually. I'm, like, fairly certain that I saw that one. Oh, yeah. No, not only did I see it, I liked it, actually. So, there you go. But yeah, so that definitely seems like it could be fun. I'm very, very honored actually about a few of the answers. For example, I don't agree with this, but I'm very honored that I could go on the longest rant in Nexus apparently. Like, no, I don't think so. I would have guessed Soma and Kinzo. Those would have been my guesses, which they were both on the board. So I wouldn't necessarily have been wrong, but like I'm flattered, very, very flattered that I was number one on there, but I'm also very surprised. You do yap a lot. Yeah, I am a bit of a yapper, but I'm not the yapper. Like even like was Anaria even on there? Anaria yaps. Like I will watch her stream. I'm like, how does that woman do it? Bro is the yapper. I I'm flattered that you would think so. And if you get me on the right topic, for example, whenever I spent like an hour and a half talking about Fire Emblem Fates on stream and just rambling about that, it's like, yes, I can rant. I definitely can, especially because I am a very, very opinionated individual. I remember pre-debut days, I was talking to all the other Nebula Link members, and they were talking about all the things they can do, all their talents. I was like, fuck, my talent's being opinionated. Like that's what I offer. That's what I bring to the table. It's like if you look at my fucking overlays, I think it's obvious that graphic design is not my passion. It's like, sure, I made the BGM, which by the way, please tell me if the BGM is too quiet or too loud. Where's the yapping list? So it was from the Nexus Family Feud event that happened last night. Here, actually, let's find. I'm gonna find the VOD for that. Here, I have to. You know, I'm gonna just open up a new YouTube tab because I've got Mia Fenimore's upcoming debut in one of my tabs. So make sure you go watch that at 4 p.m. CST. That is little bit less than 2 hours now. But here, let me find it on Terran's channel. Terran Shield Song. There you are. All right, now let me find this question. Oh, you know what I could do? You know what could be really good? Is if somebody went through and put timestamps for all the questions. That would be... You know what? I might just do that. I'll take the L. Let's see. Here's the liquor question. Oh my goodness. This thing was way too long. I'm gonna be real. Okay, that's the rave question. I remember the answers for that. Let's see. Which one is this? I don't know. Oh my goodness. There's so many questions. There's the speed round. All right, I'm just like going through this. It wasn't this far in, was it? All right, maybe it's do that. Genesis dropped the ball so hard. Yeah, really, dude. Cloth throw. How long is the VOD? It's over 3 hours. Which is ridiculous. It should not have been this long. You know what? I'll find it another time. What's that sound in the background? Oh, so that's gonna be the chinchillas that you're hearing. That's gonna be, yeah, no, they're moving around. Sorry about that. Okay, so actually, regarding background music, I realized I can do background music on AnyLive whenever I'm streaming only on AnyLive. But if I'm streaming on Twitch as well, I can't do background music anymore because are you at a chinchilla cafe? I just have chinchillas. I love the little guys, love the little critters. Just have a couple, in the office. Take wonderful care of them. I love them so much. So jamming the bed. No, so no, I love my little guys. I've got two. I've had, one of them for a few years, one of them for, well, probably, like a little bit more than half a year now. How did you not know? Well, I guess I don't talk about it a whole bunch. Oh, seen pictures now? There's already pictures on my Twitter. You can find, like, chinchilla pictures are out there. Let's see. Like, if you go on my media tab, you'll find it. Here, you know what? This is what I'll do. Since I'm also lazy. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, never mind. I can't find that. Ha! Yeah, it's harder than I thought. Anyways, why is there red? That's my old phone. Okay, so actually that goes into what I was just talking about, where I ended up getting an upgrade for my phone. So I'm no longer on an iPhone XR. Instead, I'm on I have an iPhone 15 now. And because of that, the cord, like the actual charging cable, which is also the same way that I plugged in my mixer for my phone, is no longer compatible with my iPhone. I need to get an adapter. Yeah, no, just as simple as that. I need to get an adapter. And because of that, AnyLive. Oh shit! I dropped my phone didn't drop. It fell from its. It fell from its stand. Yeah, that's another bad thing about this new phone is that this stand is not built for this phone. So it's like I've got all this stuff because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be streaming off of my phone. I need to make sure to prepare for it, and then I proceeded to get a new phone that isn't compatible with like anything that I have. So we gotta go soon. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Redeemed hydration. Okay, let me here. You know, I've got some water right here. I'll get some water. Yes, welcome on in, DL Kennedy. Welcome, welcome. No, I'll get some water. There we go. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and open a can. It is not alcohol. I'm not drinking today. This is just, it's just going to be soda. But found the food. I mean, chinchillas. Look, chinchillas, I guarantee you, they don't have very much meat on them. They would not taste very good, right? So it's like, or okay, maybe they might taste good, but there just wouldn't be enough, right? They're like a snack at most, because a massive chunk of the chinchilla is just fur. Like chinchillas can squeeze in very, very tight spaces, and don't get any funny ideas about that. Ocean no, Ocean yes. Why are we saying Ocean? Look, I'm not drinking alcohol. It's not alcohol. It's soda. Okay. It's an A&W cream soda, which is my preferred non-alcoholic beverage. So I'm gonna be good. You thinking I'm eating chinchillas? No. Look, I wouldn't. I would never eat a chinchilla. In fact, whenever I hate the idea of chinchilla coats. Whenever I see like chinchilla coats, it looks straight off of the chinchilla to me. It's disturbing. It's like imagine you saw somebody wearing a coat that looked like it was made out of your pet, like your cat or your dog. That's what I see whenever I look at a chinchilla coat. It's genuinely like, ugh. I do not do it. I mean, don't get me wrong, chinchillas are very, very soft, and I would imagine that those coats are incredibly comfortable, but they're just so disturbing. Nope. So, yeah, which also, make sure if you're ever getting a chinchilla, never, 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 never go through like one of the major pet like companies. Don't go through like PetSmart or Petco or anywhere else. You've walked in a strange topic. Yeah, so welcome on in, welcome, welcome. I'm just talking about chinchillas, which, you know, I love them to death. And the thing about buying chinchillas from major manufacturers like that is the fact that chinchilla breeding is a big thing, and they breed them in very, you know, uncomfortable and inhospitable environments. And because they are usually found in, you know, South America, they have to actually be flown, which is another incredibly uncomfortable environment, you know, being in a plane. And then they get shipped over to all of these different pet stores, right? So there's all these horrible things that they have to go through during that entire process. And chinchillas are incredibly, incredibly sensitive, or like sensitive creatures. Like they need to be in very particular environments, and like they can have all kinds of respiratory issues. If it's the wrong temperature, you can literally see them overheating with their ears. So you have to be very, very careful. And the people who are breeding these chinchillas are not careful. They do not care. And so your chinchillas, if you go through those companies, will typically be unhealthy. They are at much higher risk for disease. And something that could happen, and this has happened to lots and lots of people, is that the chinchilla will get stressed from all of the moving of environments and pass away. So that's, you know, that happens to people all the time. You can look up all kinds of stories, and this isn't something I think I've mentioned on stream before, but it's happened to me before, where I made that mistake because I was not educated on the matter. And so I bought a chinchilla, and she was still quite young. She seemed happy and healthy, but because of all of the different environments that she had to go through, it ended up being too much for her, and she ended up passing away. And by the way, that happened on Christmas morning. That happened to me on Christmas. Yay! So I, you know, well, because I had gotten the chinchilla a few weeks back. It was like an early Christmas gift for myself, so to speak. And it was a few weeks into having her, and because that's why, chinchillas are pack animals. You should always have more than one. And I had one for a bit, and I was like, I want a second one, so I got a second one. And then this happened while I was still introducing the two, and that kind of like made me very, very hesitant to go like get a second chinchilla for a long time. So I was like, I'll bond myself with the chinchilla. I'll be its second partner, second part of the pair. But just whenever I got a lot more like busy, whenever I just couldn't afford to be around as much, that's whenever I decided to finally invest in getting a second chinchilla. But yeah, let's just say that was not a fun Christmas. I remember I tried to go to a family event, but I left early and I ended up spending the rest of that Christmas drinking alcohol and reading manga. Lexington, welcome on in, welcome, welcome. So that was a fun Christmas. I got hammered because I was very sad. Because like, no, I'm not gonna go into details. But yes, so anyways, I eventually decided, yep, it's time for me to get a second chinchilla. Finally, I'm gonna, make that leap again. And so I looked into a lot of chinchilla rescues in the area. This is the way to go. You go to a chinchilla rescue. And so I looked into it. I saw one that was about 3 hours away in car. And so I think I've told the story before on stream, but I'll tell it again anyways. So I ended up, packing up, and I called the person who owned the rescue, and they're like, it's an older woman. I could tell. She's like, oh, I'm quite experienced. I've been, I was a vet for, a long time, and I was an exotic vet who specialized in chinchillas for a little over a decade. Now I opened up my own chinchilla rescue, so I know what I'm doing, okay? Now you come on over here, sweetheart, and make sure you bring your chin, so that way we can make sure to do the pairing process. And I was like, yeah, cool, awesome. So I drive out, and which, by the way, Texas is big enough that 3 hours is still Texas. How's my day going? It's going okay, actually. I had some errands I didn't get to sleep in this morning. Saturday's the one time a week I get to sleep in. I'm like, why did I have to get up? But outside of that, now it's been fun, and now I get to stream and just ramble, which I'm happy about. But yes, so I ended up, driving out 3 hours into the middle of, bumfuck nowhere, Texas. And it, like, I was expecting, like, maybe like some professional building or whatever for this chinchilla rescue. No. No, it was just like somebody's house in the middle of nowhere. It was like this old woman's trailer house. So, I went in, and this woman, her house is messy to say the least. And she had like a specific person who was like her helper because she couldn't live by herself. And so her helper's like going off, like making food or whatever, doing stuff. She's like, oh, well, welcome on in, dearie. Welcome, welcome. You brought your chin with you? Ah, yes, yes. And then she was very akin to, like, people make memes about grandmothers. This was like your stereotypical grandmother, but also crazy. Like, she was telling all kinds of stories, and she was like, oh, can I get something for you? Maybe you want a little snack? I can see if I have any cookies in the pantry. And then she proceeded to tell a story. She's like, you see that painting over there? It's like a random painting on the wall. It's like, so actually, that was back whenever, that was way back when, and I remember I stole that painting from my university because they charged me. They charged me for a parking fee. It was like, what the fuck? Yeah, she was like going in detail about how she like was stealing stuff, and she's telling all these crazy stories about like her ex-husbands, multiple. She's like, oh, and like she's dropping all their names like of these people as if I know them personally. You could tell that she grew up in a small town where everybody knew everybody, And she's like, yeah, so my ex-husband, I don't know, random name, Daniel. So Daniel, he had this good friend, Michael. And Michael and Daniel, they were all close-knit, right? Like, they were She just kept yapping and yapping, and I was like, I was trying to make it obvious. I was like, woman, I'm just here for a chinchilla, please. Please just let me look at the chinchillas. So eventually she's like, ah, yeah, and the chinchilla room's that way. And I was like, okay, cool. So I walk in, and she had this room where it was just chinchilla cages all around the perimeter of the room, completely covered the perimeter. And there was like chinchilla cages in the middle of the room. So it was like a little chinchilla museum. And I could tell she was taking good care of them. She had a really top of the line cage, and I know that because it's the same cage I have. So she had really good cage, and I could tell they were all being taken care of. They all had like their names and their ages and everything. And so my chinchilla, my older one, she is, I believe her coat color is called standard ebony. So it's like the default vanilla coat of chinchillas, right? It's like you look up chinchilla, you see a picture of one online. That's how one of my chinchillas like looks. And I distinctly knew also Helix and Aurora and Shadow and everybody else who joined in. Sorry, I'm not. I'm rambling. I'm like vanilla chill. um. So sorry if I'm not greeting you. I'm yapping. So I knew I wanted one that was a different coat color than my older girl. You're about to leave? Oh no, so no, I'm in here for the next how at at most an hour and a half. I'll stay an hour and a half, but I'll probably be around, I don't know, another 30 minutes, an hour. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll go up until Mia's debut. I have no idea. But yeah, so where was I? All right. So I started looking at all the chinchillas, and I specifically knew I wanted a female because I did not want to risk having chinchilla babies. Like, I'm not dealing with like raising little like. I believe the term for a chinchilla's child is a kit. So I was not gonna deal with any little kits. So limited to females, and so I started looking around. Got it into Tatterly so we can all go into her chat and say, oh, you know what? You're true, El Bandy. You're totally right. We'll end at like her debut's at 4 for me, so maybe we'll end at like 3:50, so like an hour and 20. How about that? Assuming I feel like yapping for that long, I might just. So typically, I'll just stream until I feel like I've like yapped myself, like out. Like I'm just done yapping. It's like I'm running not a marathon. I'm not a marathon streamer. I'm a what do you call it? Whenever you run like a dash, like a 100-meter dash streamer. It's like I'm an hour dash streamer. I just go 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 go, let it all out, and who knows? Maybe it's like this is high energy Ocean. Maybe like this is like low energy for other people. I don't really know. But for me, it's like I could be low energy, but nah. That'd just be boring. I am devoid of joy and whimsy whenever I'm low energy, I've been described as. And I think that's a bad thing. I think people like joy and whimsy. So I'm gonna go I'll exert myself. This is me. Actually, akin to Mike Tyson during that boxing match last night, this is the old man putting out his most, and I know it doesn't keep up with the youngins, but it's something, right? Because oh man, that boxing match, like, I felt like there was only like 2 rounds, and the rest of it was just them like standing, and then Jake Paul got the occasional hit. Because yes, I did get to watch that. We don't talk about that, please. Yeah. Mike Tyson ass is real. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I know he's not in here. The legend VTuber watcher is in here, but maybe I'll say it anyways. I'll say eating Mike Tyson's ass. If only. If I were ever blessed with eating Mike Tyson's ass joining in my stream, I would have made it. Like that would have been like I win. Like that's okay. I know I've said to others like success is how you define it, right? Like as a VTuber, as a streamer. And it's like success is like, oh, I make a certain amount of songs or I have a certain amount of viewers or maybe I'm just making people happy. Nah, dude. Success as a streamer is whenever eating Mike Tyson's ass super chats you. Eating Mike Tyson's what? His ass. How much more clearly can I say it? I think I've made myself very, very clear. But yeah, so look, I don't care what the points said. Mike Tyson won in my heart for the sole reason that it was obvious. Despite throwing far less punches, he dealt significantly more damage. Like Jake Paul looked beat up during that. Like, oh, he looked rough. Wanna be Sherlock? Hell no, I don't wanna be Sherlock. I don't wanna be that fucking like goody two shoes twink motherfucker. Nah, I'm the Moriarty of this story. Don't you be getting me confused with that wannabe detective, yeah? Ha! Somebody's more upset about that fight than me. I don't think I'm particularly upset about it. I just like, look, Mike Tyson, if it were an actual fight, if they were actually going, then Mike Tyson would have won. We know that. Who are the other great detectives? Okay, maybe Sherlock Holmes is on the list. Maybe. We went from Chillis. Oh yeah, the chinchilla story. I should probably finish that. So I've told it on stream, but I don't care. I'm telling it again anyways. So I'm looking around at all of the chinchillas, and I saw one, and she was super, super energetic. She was quite young. And what sold me on her was how beautiful her coat color was. So she was completely black on the top side and white on the underside. And she was quite young as well. But she was like big and full of energy. And I was like, I want to see how this one does with my chinchilla. Because similar to cats, how they say like, oh, you don't choose a cat chooses its owner. Chinchillas are the same way, where like chinchillas, they don't choose, like they choose their bonded partner, right? So either you can go through a very elaborate bonding process because chinchillas are very, very territorial and can be quite aggressive. Or, maybe you'll luck out and they'll just like only somewhat kind of hate each other at first instead of like at each other's throats. Genuinely, a fight between chinchillas can last seconds, and that's to the death. Like, chinchillas will fight to the death in seconds, which is why you have to be very, very careful about it. Finboy Slime, welcome on in. Hello, hello. So yes, I saw her and I was like, oh, you know what? I want to try this one. I want to see how she does because I love how much energy she has, and I love her coat color. And so we put her in the cage, let her run around with me for a little bit, and then we put my chinchilla in the cage. And we were very hesitant at first. We were very worried. And then they went up to one another. They kind of like bumped noses for a second, and then they started running around the perimeter of the cage together. And we were all just blown away. Like, what? And like, even, old woman who's running the place is like, in all my years of being an exotic vet who specialized in chinchillas for over a decade, I ain't never seen something like this. This is a miracle. And like, genuinely, if you look online, like that doesn't happen. So like, that does not happen. I had every intention of buying, or so she sold carriers for the chinchillas. I had every intention of buying a second carrier for her. I had a second cage at home, and like I was ready to go through the very elaborate bonding process, making sure that they're not next to one another. But immediately, the first chinchilla I tried, I'm like, I'm taking her home, and I didn't even buy a second carrier. I immediately started them off in the same cage. And you know what? They've never had problems. Like, not a single time. And like that it was honestly incredible. Like, incredible. Oh, that's a name in any live chat. But Bakoke? That reminds me of a word that I probably shouldn't say. Welcome on in. Welcome. So, yeah, there's the story of how I got my second chinchilla and how they immediately got along. And then the old lady, she's like, oh, so, little, Ocean, make sure you send me all kinds of updates. Because that's the thing, her company email, or not email, her company phone is actually just like her phone number. So it's like, make sure you send me all kinds of pictures once you get the cage set up and keep me updated. And then I proceeded to never talk to her again because she was fucking crazy. Because it's like she's telling all these stories about how she divorced her ex-husbands or whatever and all these things, all these wild stories. And it's like, I could kind of tell that she was the problem. Like, she was the one with the red flags. But obviously, I'm not gonna tell. I'm just gonna nod my head and be like, "Yeah, wow, that's crazy, wild." Question? Yes, I have an answer for you, most likely. You know, I'm gonna mute on both. You have to mute in two places, real quick, while you ask your question. I'll be right back. Pardon about that. Sorry, sorry. So I'm still recovering from yeah, I'm still recovering from my sickness a little bit, and so I still have to like take care of that, which is wild. I think this is the longest I've ever had to recover from being sick, like genuinely. For the most part, like I'm completely good. Like everything besides my like congestion and sinuses is like they're all fine now. Can you sing Cali Girls for Signs? What like California girls, ba. Like that song? Um, I don't know it all too well. So, I mean, maybe someday. Not now. Besides, this is not a karaoke stream. All right, this is I'm not doing karaoke right now. Actually, so whenever I was sick at one point, I tried singing and I was fucking awful. I was abysmal, and I think that's like I'm like scared to do karaoke now. I'm like I know that I'm not a good singer, and it's like I've lost the idea that karaoke isn't about being good, it's about having fun. It's like no, but like you got to be at least a little good. You got to be at least listenable, right? Like you can't who lied to look who lied to me. It's me saying that. It's nobody telling me I'm a bad singer. It's me telling me I'm a bad singer cuz I know I'm a bad singer. Look, I studied music education for years. I mix and master things. I've listened to a lot of music in my day. So I happen to know that I'm a fucking ass singer. No, so I'm look, I'm gonna do more karaoke. Don't worry. It's not like I'm killing karaoke streams, but I need to get better. I need more practice. I need to do more like, daily warm-ups each day. I need to do more practice on my scales and everything to make sure that my relative pitch is good, cuz that's the thing. Like I am definitely like I have sort of a classical singing mindset. I'm not like oh just sing it and I'll wing it. No, I am like it needs to be done in a specific way because that's how you're gonna get better, right? What's one of your favorite popular anime? Why is it gotta be popular? Okay, you're telling me I can't answer Katana Gatari anytime, like, anyone tells me what my favorite anime is, or, like, asks what it is? Because, like, come on, Katana Gatari is so good, and you should all watch it. Find a way to watch it. It's not legal to watch in basically most of the world unless you have a VPN or unless you, like, buy it. So please, but please, find a way. Find a way to watch it. So let's see. What is one of my favorite popular anime? Konosuba comes to mind. Kaguya-sama Love is War. How about that? I'll give you those answers. I think out of the shows that I like that are like really popular. Hold on. What did I say on my debut? I've been thinking about debut slides a lot. What did I say on my debut? Ba 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 ba. Evangelion is up there for sure. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. There you go. Basically everything that was on my everything that was on my Twitch debut like slide, besides Katana Katari. You know none of them? You are telling me you do not know Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You think I'm going through that shit? You literally left a comment on it. What are you talking about? I know you've seen it. You literally commented on my. What do you mean? Do I need to go and find that? I'm not. I'm not giving you the. I'm not giving you the pleasure. Oh, that's a lot of numbers. How many of those, based off of your numbers there, how many of those are in the same place as numbers in my social security number? Let's see. One of them is. All right. I'm not gonna tell you which one. But why the social security number again? It's fun. I like risks. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a I'm an adrenaline junkie. I'm a risk taker. If you're talking about YouTube comments, yes, I did. Yeah, I am talking about YouTube comments. That's exactly what I'm thinking about. Katana Gatari, yes, Katana Gatari, best show of all time. Please, please, please watch it. It's so good. It's actually so good. I know, you're the guy who drank over half a bottle of Fireball on stream. Look, I'm abstaining from drinking like that again on stream for the time being. For the time being. We'll see. Maybe I'll eventually have the courage again. I've had to watch Katana Gatari for the longest time. I will watch it with you. And I'm not even bullshitting. I will sit down and watch it with you, Haru. Like, I've watched it with multiple people in Nexus now. And, like, I have no problem watching it again. I love the show, and more people need to watch it. Yeah, watch party, let's go. Actually, I haven't finished one of the watch throughs with like a big group of people. It's literally been around since like pre-debut, and we've been very, very slowly getting through it. I'm not even gonna lie, like at a snail's pace. But okay, eventually, which it's not even that long of a show. It's only 12 episodes, though. Then again, each of the episodes are about an hour long. Which actually, that's something that's super, super cool about the show, is the fact that it's 12 episodes, and each episode takes place in a different month of the year. So it's like going through the year. So first episode is January, last episode is December, and that happens in world, but that's also how the show originally premiered. It also premiered once a month. And so, I just thought that was super, super cool that it actually, the January episode premiered in January and so on for the rest of the year. That one BMW guy, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, it's so good. Can you answer a question? I've told you time and time again. You don't need to ask me. You can just ask questions. If I don't feel like answering a question, I won't answer it. That's a fun little hack for you. Is that sometimes if I see something that I don't want to interact with, I just won't read it. And then if I do want to interact with it, I will read it. Mind you, if I don't read your comment, that does not mean I don't want to interact with it. There's also a very real chance that I just didn't see it or couldn't think of anything. So it's not like I hate you and everything you stand for. Like I absolutely despise you because I didn't read your one comment. Like, exactly. That, or he forgot. Exactly. Jevin, welcome on in. But yeah, why did I call you out yesterday? Because, why not? Look, am I not allowed to call you out? I'm a detective. That's what I do. I call people out. I find the truth and I reveal it to people. Like, what do you mean I'm not allowed? But yeah, no, that's a fun little streamer hack for you all. It's actually, wait, no, never mind. I was about to uh, I was about to go too much. I'll word it like this. So if you look into if you look into applied behavioral analysis, this is also something in that where you would call this attention extinction. I do believe I've spoken about this a little bit on stream before during my first collab. It was the same day I did my original Andy Live debut, and there was the collab, the Detective Babysitting Club with Hikari, Menon, and Momo. And oh, am I losing battery faster than my phone's charging? Oh, fuck, I am. Fuck. Okay, it's fine. But yes, during that stream, I mentioned applied behavioral analysis and attention extinction. And that is the idea that, if there is an individual who is acting in, an unfit way, you can identify the function of the behavior, right? So if they are having any kind of challenging behavior, then you can identify the function of the behavior. And there are 4 typical categories of the function. Those are going to be attention, escape, tangible, and automatic. So you can essentially categorize anything that somebody does into one of those 4 categories. And you can employ extinction in order to not. Gramps has a brain. Yeah, no, it turns out I actually know some things. Like, okay, so the core rule of applied behavioral analysis is that desirable outcomes will increase a behavior, and undesirable outcomes will decrease a behavior. So basically, if something good happens after you do something, then you'll want to do that thing more, right? It's a very simple concept. And the inverse is also true. If you don't like the result of something, then you won't do that. So let's say you're doing something for attention. Like there's a chatter who comes into my stream and they're, being a little, I don't know, dickwad. Then they are likely doing that for attention. And so you would employ attention extinction. Basically, if they're doing something for attention, you do not give it to them at all. You just completely ignore them. And so that's why, chatter comes in, they're being a little dickwad in chat. I'm going to ignore them because now they're not getting the attention they're looking for. They're not seeing that they're getting what they want. And so they're going to not do it, right? Because if somebody comes in here and they're like, look at me, look at me, look at me. It's like they're just wasting their time. They'll quickly realize that. If you do the same thing enough times, eventually it'll work out. No, that's why you have to follow through. That's why you have to stay strong. Which also, actually, funnily enough, what you're describing is one of my favorite terms in all of applied behavioral analysis. So let's say this Roblox kid in any live chat comes in here, is like, play Roblox with me, and I'm completely ignoring them. Then what might happen is they will act out even more. They'll get more aggressive with it, more intense with it. So before they stop, before things get better, they'll get worse. And this term is my favorite term. It's a Final Fantasy Sephiroth-ass sounding term. Is extinction burst. And so it's like, holy hell, that's a badass name to describe that concept. Extinction burst. Yeah, homie just ulted. Right? It's like, I'm literally just imagining there, or sitting there playing Final Fantasy VII, fighting Sephiroth. He's like, no, he doesn't use fucking Supernova, he uses Extinction Burst. I don't know, it's such a cool name to me. It's like, I didn't have to go so hard. Alternatively, I mentioned attention extinction. Something else that sounds incredibly intimidating for no reason is escape extinction. I wonder, is that what the dinosaurs, what happened to the dinosaurs? Would that be considered? What kind of extinction is that, I wonder? Yeah, Ender is the god of emotions. Also, see, Haru, notice, you didn't say play Apex with me after I ignored you, so now you'll hopefully stop. No, we'll play Apex. Don't worry, we'll eventually play it. This is science lesson. I do suppose that, psychology is a bit of a science, so yes, it is. It's a lesson on applied behavioral analysis, which is its own science. Ah, yes, the new lore. Dinosaurs went extinct because they wanted to play Roblox with their Oshi and got. What's your what the Meyer? Is that the MTBI? Is that the 16 personalities, or is that something else? What is MTBI? Have you played Sprunky? I don't believe I've heard of Sprunky. My 16 personalities. Oh, I don't remember what it is. I want to say ENFP. Hold on, let me look it up. I know I did the test on stream. Where is it? Da 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 da. Did I really do it? Yes, ENFP. Kara, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Definitely not. There was a J. Nope, no J here. It's just ENFP. Never mind, you're a dumbass. That you are. You dumbass. No. How are you? I'm doing rather all right. I'm not gonna say like, yeah, I'm having an amazing day, and I'll tell you why actually. Because I didn't get to sleep in because Brosian, my older brother, he is really big into cars. Like that's his whole thing, and about a week ago, his car ended up having some problems. He's got, I probably shouldn't like mention his car or whatever, but he's got like a fucking like a supercar. There's actually I can tell you that the speedometer on his car caps out at 163 because whenever he's like, "Hey OC, and I want to go on a joyride. I'm bringing you along." We'll hop over in his car and we'll go down the highway. And it caps out at 163 miles per hour, and we definitely know we're going faster. Oh, did I hit 500? Ah, shit, I hit 500 followers on AnyLife. Quick, somebody, just fucking unfollow so I can lose this milestone. No, that's good. That's fun. Yay, I guess. On how close my... You will? Thank you. You're a saint. How close am I to, 200 on Twitch, I wonder? Let's see. Why can I not see how many followers I have? Oh, I'm at 197. Wow. So I'm like almost there. Okay, that's the goal, guys. You gotta spread the word. What if we hit that milestone as well on the stream? I can like do a little post and I can be like, okay, okay, done. Let me check. 2 people did. Let's go. Now I lost 2 milestones. Hell yeah. No, it'd be super cool if I actually hit both of those milestones today. But yeah, so what in the world was I talking about? Oh yeah, so Brosian. I was talking about Brosian. So yes, I was in the car with Brosian. So we go like maybe a little. We speed a little bit on the highway, and it deletes follows if I delete my account. Was you just delete your account? There you go. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, his car, his turbo on his car, because yeah, he's got fucking turbo in his car. His turbo went out, and so he's having to get that. I don't need a second excuse to delete any law. All right. So, no, here, I will say this. I'm making a point that I'm saying this. Whatever that tells you. No comment. Anyways, his turbo went out. Yeah, yay! That's like $3,600 down the drain, I think. And so I had to drive him like what 40 minutes to the mechanic today. So he was like, "Hey, Ocean, I need you to drive me over there. 40-minute drive." So hung up on him, or no, hung out with him this morning. Picked him up. We drove 40 minutes, and then once we got there, we saw like the gates were closed or whatever. And we're like, "What the heck's going on?" So we had to like send a message to the mechanic, whatever, whatever. And the mechanic was like, "Oh yeah, also it's not going to be done today." He's like, why the fuck? Okay, whatever. So then we stopped and got food and then went back home. So it was like 3 hours of my life that led to, I guess, I don't know, I got food. I had that at home anyways, though. I could have, like, enjoyed the food from the comfort of my couch. But, you know what, whatever. And then, actually, after I dropped off Brosian, then I saw Mia and VC, frantically preparing for her Twitch debut in about an hour. Fun. I'm gonna, actually, once it hits an hour, I'm gonna send her the message 1 hour left. And she's gonna hate it. But yes, so I gas wasted. Yeah, yeah. We don't talk about it though. You're evil? Oh, I think we've established this. I think I've mentioned time and time again that I'm evil. But yeah, so he's supportive. Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm cheering her on. I'm like, yeah, one more one more hour. Let's go. You're gonna do great. I hope that you finish setting up. I hope that you're not redoing even more stuff because you don't like it, apparently. Diamonds are made under pressure. I've been doing it for hours. Yeah, so no, I was in VC with her. I was making her life hell, but also helping out. I was doing my best to try to like guide her through it. Cause it's like, no, I feel like I shouldn't like shit talk her. Not right now. I'm sure she's gonna do fantastic. She's gonna do great tonight. Now I do mean that. I do genuinely mean that. I think that maybe she should have given herself a little bit more time to prepare. Or no, I think she was prepared. And then she's going back on her. Oh, yeah, 1 hour left. Okay. I'm gonna send her the message. 1 hour remains. There we go. I'll tell you how she responds. Here, I'll have that up on the other screen for now. Also, I just have to say, my new little kitten has been on my lap this whole stream, and he's so cute. He's so cute. He's sleeping right now. Hold on. Since Haru is the only person in here who I could show the kitten to, I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna send it to you, Haru. Here, do I not have... Here, I'll take the picture like this. There we go. Perfect. Da 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 da. Now I'll send you this picture. You get... Oh, it's dreaming in my lap. I can tell it's like kicking around. Oh, that's so cute. All right. Anyways, have fun with your new picture. You're winning? No, I think I'm the one who's winning here. Because that's my stream POV that you just got. Gosh, she's the cutest little thing. How many tangents have I gone on today? How many topics have I started talking about and then I didn't finish? I wonder. I guess, yeah, I should say that. Then, what? After being in VC with Mia for what? I guess only about like 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. That's whenever I was like, ah, shit, I gotta go live. Not that many. Oh, have I actually been resolving? Crazy. I know that That's my problem. Is that I'll go on a tangent, I'll start the tangent, maybe I'll start telling a story, and then I'll just never reach the conclusion. I'm really glad that I actually managed to finish the chinchilla story. But you know what? They're both, happy and like chilling with me now. They still are good old pals. I'm crying. Yeah, he's so cute, right? Well, I mean, I think I've told you his name, right? I'm not mentioning his name on stream yet. Oh, I don't think I've told you his name yet. Oh, it doesn't look like I have. Here, I'm gonna send you his name right now. There you go. I've sent you his name. And he is a precious, perfect baby, and I love him so much. Though, since I'm gonna have to move anyways near the end of the stream, I'll probably, wake him up because, he's gonna wake up when I, pick him up. So I'll probably wake him up and I'll see if he'll give you guys a little yap. I'm gonna head to bed now. It's almost 3 a.m. I did not know that you were in that time zone. I'm gonna be real. Well, thank you for stopping by. I know it was late for you and that you'd have to sleep. Well, yeah, you get some sleep. You get some sleep. And the VOD will be up on the YouTube VOD channel in probably, I don't know, whenever I feel like it, whenever I feel like doing it. So, you'll be able to catch it. Don't worry. Don't worry. So how fast is my phone dying? It's at 16% and it's on the charger. It's lost 4% since I last mentioned my phone battery. I don't even know if I could get all the way to Mia stream even if I wanted to. Because I hate the fact that none of my old chargers or like cords or anything work with this new phone. I need to get this adapter. Like really, really badly. You talked about this live? Oh, I have spoken about it live already? Oh shit, I didn't realize. Well, my bad. I guess I have mentioned the cat's name. Here, I'll mention it now on stream since I've been like blue balling you guys, I guess. So the cat's name is going to be Casserole, but we're gonna go ahead and we'll call him Cass for short. So this is little baby Casserole. Hi, baby boy. Oh, he is so sweet. So at first, Casserole was gonna be if we found out that he was female. But then we were like, hell no, actually, Cass. Like, why can't Cass be his name? Cassie and Ozzy. Yeah, there you go. I'm not even gonna lie. I've actually I've done the streamer thing where I don't talk about my pets' real names for specifically my cats. For my chinchillas, I've always been completely honest about their names. So I've got Pepper and Velvet for my chinchillas, but I've always given my cats like little nicknames. So I've said on stream that their names are Whiskey and Frijolito, which are very close to their real names, mind you. Very, very close. But like, I think I'll just give up on trying to hide their names. So, my cat's names are actually, I know, this is a real lore, the real cat name reveal. This is what you've been fiending for. You've been asking for this for centuries now, for the centuries that we've known each other and that I've been streaming. So we've got Scotch and Bean. So like, I called Scotch whiskey because he's, Scotch whiskey, duh. And then Frijolito is just Spanish for little bean. So, which Bean, he's the black cat, and it was actually a friend of mine. It was a friend who named him in a sense because whenever Bean was real little, this friend, he said like, oh, he looks like a little black bean, and it just kind of stuck because I've always tried to do animal names, duh. I've always tried to do food names or like some kind of consumables for my pets. So like I've had Coco in the past, and then before that I wasn't the one naming the pets, but then like went between Coco, Scotch, all of them, right? Velvet is a little bit iffy. I allowed it because it's like red velvet cake, But I also wanted to use the name Velvet because so she is the black chinchilla, and that coat color that I described, black on the upper side, white on the underside, that coat color is called Black Velvet. And so I was like, oh, that could be really cute to like name her after her coat, and also yeah, I'll name her after the coat, and it's like red velvet cake. So there you go. So that there's the real pet name lore. Ooh, have I shown my cats on Twitter? Oh, Mia responded. What'd she say? She just said stop in all caps with multiple S's and O's. A singular T and P, though. I'm just gonna tell her no. She can't tell me what to do. Oh, yawn. Why am I yawning? Tell her that people been saying excited in your stream how excited they are. That's a really good idea. Um, People in my stream keep talking about how excited they are and how much they're looking forward to it. There we go. Oh, actually, so I know that there's been a demand for more Oz Mia, like Oz Mia content, right? I wasn't that drunk during the It Takes Two stream, so I still remember, chat talking about that. I think we decided today what our next collab's going to be whenever we're able to fit it in, and it's gonna be a fucking blast if we can. It'd just be like a single game, but like, oh, it's gonna be really, really good. Been waiting months for this. I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We've been around. How long has Nebulink been around for now? Well, I debuted July. I never drink as viewer ever again. Yeah, probably a good idea. Take care of yourself. Just like I'm learning, I have to take care of myself too. But yes, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was just mentioning that. Yeah, we've got a collab planned, single game. But if we can, get it figured out, maybe there'll be like a December stream or something. Which actually, for the games that I'm playing, I think, I think that I want to just start focusing more on the games that I want to play. So it's like, now that I'm done with October, Spooktober, I can just kind of play whatever I want. That's actually why, as good of a game as it is, I don't intend on returning to Subnautica for the reason that Subnautica, it's fun to be spooked on stream, but it's also like it's very taxing. It takes a lot out of me because like that is like a very big fear of mine, is like the ocean in general. And I want streaming to just be fun. So it's like other games that are scary, whatever. It's like I would happily play Amnesia again. And in fact, I was even thinking about picking up, or I already own a machine for pigs, and so I was thinking about playing Amnesia, a machine for pigs. Um, but it's like the other games that I'm gonna do series of in the future probably won't be like spooky games. Instead, I do know that the number one game that I know for a fact that I'm playing, I'm going to start the series in December. I know I want to play Frostpunk. I know there's a Frostpunk 2 that came out, but meh, I'm gonna stick with the OG. I think that Frostpunk is gonna be a really fun game to play on stream. Hell yeah, no, I'm glad you're excited for that. I have seen only a little tiny bit of gameplay, and that's because I remember whenever Crony from Hollow Live, around when she first debuted, she played Frostpunk on stream, and I watched it for a solid 10 minutes before deciding once I'm like comfortable enough and like feel like I have a big enough audience, because at the time I think I was streaming but to an audience of like two. Um, like once I'm streaming and I feel like people will actually fucking care, I want you to play this game. Like there's a lot of games like that that I've been holding off on playing them because I really want to play them, but on stream. And I think that Frostpunk is going to be fantastic. It's got like, the winter vibes because obviously, it's Frostpunk. And I'm so excited, you guys. It's like the moment it hits December, that's going to be starting first week. How long does it take actually? Kitten's awake. Oh, the kitten is officially awake. Hi, little guy. You gonna start yapping too? Here, so let's see. How long does it take to beat Frostpunk? Because I know you can't beat it. How long to beat I can type, I promise. Frostpunk. Let's see. Main story, about 11 hours. Um... So it'll probably be a long series. I'm gonna be real with y'all, but I get the feeling I'm gonna have a fuck ton of fun. And here's a little secret. Here's a little secret. I'm basically gonna give up on Annie Live. I'm gonna something I want to do, a big goal of mine before December. So by the end of November is to finally set up alerts, get emotes, and then I want to start multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube instead of streaming on Any Live. Gave up on Any Live. You are very real for that. But I didn't say any of this. That's off the record. Except for it's gonna stay in the VOD because there's no way in hell I'm gonna feel like editing. Actually, you know what? Since I have nothing to do tomorrow, I don't have any plans tomorrow. I might actually like see about editing a video down and like posting something on the main channel. We'll see. But it's so sad to hear. I wish it did not have to be like that. Yeah, oh no! Oh, it's awful. I can't believe it. Wait, why did I do my Mia impression? You know what? Who knows? Maybe someday. Maybe now she's gonna be debuting somewhere else. Please keep urging someone to debut. Yes, I will urge everybody in Nexus to debut off platform. Actually, you know what? No, that's too much inside information. I'm not drunk enough to leak anything. But maybe I'm drunk enough in spirit, right? Right? There's no manager here, right? Here, I'm gonna just say that and then see if, like, a manager messages me. There's no manager here, right? They wouldn't know. Okay, I haven't received a message, so I think I'm good. So even the managers, they really encourage us to get off of Annie Live. They know. They're not oblivious to the situation. Like they're 100% aware of everything. Luckily, as they should. Like, I think the only person in Nexus who wants to lick Captain's boots is a certain, someone. You'll do some detective work, figure it out. I'm gonna get bonked. Anyways. Certain someone does have a PC, I think. We'll see. I don't know. I'll encourage everybody. Maybe we'll do it like... Actually, I'll turn my throne into a funding for other people's PC parts, and I'll ship it to them. How about that? Literally watch anything. I don't care if overlays and emotes are not perfect. I mean, fucking, you're here, aren't you? I've got a single emote thanks to El Bandy being a fucking G, and then that's it. Which, by the way, can I see some wigglies in chat? Can I see some height for the single emote that we have? No, I feel like that's the only time I've ever like said anything like that. Hell yeah, brother. I feel like Kyohei every time I say that. He's always saying hell yeah, brother. Remind the Nexus has up to 800 viewers over several restreams. The Genesis debuts restreams even the first month after going up to 80 viewers often. All this, yeah, I assume you mean 80. All this lost because Nexus was trapped on a shitty phone app. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We've been calling it anti-live jail, anti-live prison, whatever you want to call it, for a long time now. Actually, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, how am I doing on my anti-live quota for the month? How am I doing? Is this up to date? Not great. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm not doing good with my quota. I need to do more gorilla streams. That's what I'm hearing. Honestly, genuinely, I think a bulk of my anti-live content is going to become my bike rides. I'm gonna be real. Because it's like, that's the whole motto of anti-live, right? It's like stream anytime, anywhere. I might really take that to heart and just, you know, however many hours a week or a month, not a week, however many hours a month that I need to stream on yeah, however many hours I need to stream on any live, I'll just ride my bike for that many. I'm probably already riding my bike for that many hours a week or a month. Fuck it. Why do I keep saying week? Because the Nexus as it is probably never would not exist without any live. But at the same time, the restrictions killed the vast majority of its initial community. Yeah, so even our managers, they've pushed for the idea. Also, don't mind the sound. Hi, kitty. You're awake? Yes, hi, little guy. You gonna yap on stream with me? Oh, look at you. Hold on. You know what? I'll lift him up. Maybe we'll see if we get a yap. Oh, ready? Come on, little guy. Yeah, you want to give the microphone a little yap? Oh, he's way too chill right now, which is good. He's relaxing. Oh, I put him down and then he like curled up in my arm. I love this little guy so much, you guys. All right. We speak Yappening. I'm rather fluent. Okay. The Nexus Family Feud wasn't necessarily who's the best yapper, it's who would go on the longest rant, but even still, I feel like I earned my yapping certification last night. Like I am beyond proud of myself. You have no idea how bad it was in some streams. Oh, I keep in mind, Yo-Yo. Keep in mind, Kyo. I've I've been around for a while. I've mentioned it on stream. I I was an old time Nexus viewer, and I lurk in restreams too. Like I've seen like fucking, I've seen some bad stuff. Um, you came up a good amount for many questions. I did actually. I was quite flattered, and you know what? Actually, I'll let you guys in on a little secret, little bit of honesty. So it's no surprise that I had a bit of a depressive episode recently. Went on my hiatus and everything. I was unsure if I was going to be sticking around, and I had actually reached out to Rixie and I'd asked to be taken off the survey. Or like, hey, can you like not include me in the data? And it was a very very last minute addition that I like ended up sticking around on the survey. So there is definitely like a scenario out there where I was not gonna be like on the Family Feud at all, which like I'm glad that I did. I don't know. I because yeah, I was not really not feeling it for a little bit there. But thanks to Misty and Rixie, those two in particular, they ended up they actually reached out to me last minute, because even after I had decided, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay in Nexus, but I'm not sure if I want to. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want you to be on the Family Feud. And I was like, you know what? I would if they offered, but I don't want to be a hassle, so I'm not going to tell them. But they reached out to me actually. Um, yeah, they reached out to me, and I was like, you know what? Sure, let's do it. Like, I very much appreciate that they were accommodating in terms of like me being really indecisive and going through that little episode. It was so sad when he told me, I'm sorry. I'd probably give up because I was really attached to a Genesis streamer who left. Yeah, I know, I was as well. No, I'll admit, back in the day, I was a jelly bloom, I believe the fan term was. I was very upset when she left. May she move on to new endeavors. Your biggest priority, yeah, and that was definitely the mindset. And I was even like, maybe if I maybe if I didn't stay in Nexus, maybe I was going to like go indie. I was considering that. Actually, I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream, but whenever I was okay, in the past, whenever I was streaming, I was a flesh tuber. I was not a VTuber. You know, a little bit of a breaking the fourth wall here. And I was actually planning on debuting as an indie right before I got into Nexus. Like that, like I was actually designing, I was designing my model. Like I already had the concept, already had the name and everything. I was just designing the model, already had somebody lined up to make it and rig it. Um, how do you feel about OC and WD Whitlock in a shark hoodie? That would be cute. Hell yeah, let's do it. I'd wear a shark hoodie. You'd follow if I did? Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. If things don't work out, well, I will say, I couldn't use the exact name that I wanted. Because, you know, you might look at my name, OC and WD Whitlock, and be like, oh, that was like the perfect, oh, you're a detective with white hair, so you use the name Whitlock. I was already going to use the name Whitlock. That was always the plan. And then I got accepted, which was a wild coincidence to me. It's like, what are the. Like, I guess I'll just use that name. Like, this was not the full name I was going to use by any means. Don't get me wrong. But I was going to always be Whitlock. What does WD mean? William Duncan? No, it stands for Watson Doyle. It is Ocean Watson Doyle Whitlock is the full name. Doyle, so Doyle. Now the premier active streamer with Watson in their name. Yes, spelled like that. Doyle. Doyle. Stands for Whittled Duck. Yeah, I mean, I am the Duck Detective. We established that on stream during my first gaming stream, right? Stands for Wild Dick. Yes, it's absolutely. It stands for well, Anaria says white dick. Which, by the way, props to her for finally debuting on Twitch. Just fucking us enthusiasts have been waiting for quite some time now. It's like, god damn, it took way too long, woman. My goodness. Been waiting for so long, and now I can finally watch you somewhere other than your fucking... other than... I feel like this is just an Annie-Live hate stream in disguise. This is actually just yet another Annie-Live rant stream. Which, you know, I know, I really am like on a thin rope here that I really should not be on. Also, you better stay around. You are one of the rare people. Fayley says she likes. Really? She says that? Aw, I appreciate that. No, I know. Fayley, like she's so sweet. She's so nice. And actually, I don't know if I've mentioned this. I've mentioned a few people that I would watch before I joined Nexus. I will say that Fayley is another of the people who I watched. You never said that? Of course, of course. No, and I recall pre-debut, whenever I first started speaking with all the Genesis members, I tried to speak with as many of them as possible in one-on-one VCs. And Fayley, she's actually one of the people I got to chat with, and that was a really, really nice chat, actually. No, so I think we vibe a lot, and I'd love to collab with her at some point. I know I sent her that message. It's like Mia would love to collab with you. I should have said like Mia and I would love to collab with you. I should have like slipped my name in while I had the chance. No, I'll hopefully someday. If I ever join any agency type shit, I'm introducing myself as OC and WD Whitlock. Here, actually, I'll go indie and you can take over the model. How about that? There you go. You can OC and WD Whitlock. It's like in the Princess Bride. There's oh, I forget the name. I forget the actual name of the character, like the Dread Pirate Roberts, I believe is the name. How it's not a person necessarily, it's a title. Yeah, maybe that's what Oseen Whitlock is. I have a female voice. Fuck no. Hey, dude, why you gotta be so we gotta be inclusive here, right? Open up your mind space, your third eye. Why? Don't let that stop you. Honestly, just ask her. She's super shy, so she would never like enact, but she's always happy to chat. Reached out to. Yeah, we need to make her D&D character. I've been kind of slacking on the D&D shit, not gonna lie. She's one of the oh, I guess, well, Faley's gonna be in the D&D campaign. Congrats, you know that now. But then again, a lot of Nexans are, so that's not really necessarily a surprise. But because we started scheduling a time to make her character, but there is a 7 hour difference between us, so it can be a little bit hard at times. You're making your own model. Oh, well, congratulations. That's very exciting. No, I need to send out a message. I'm gonna set a deadline for people to create their characters, so that way we can. I had wanted to get Nexus D&D up and running before the end of the year, but I think it's gonna be early 2025, which is sad, but we'll make do. We'll make do. Her sleep schedule was just as messed up, if not worse, than Mia's. I feel like I don't know Bailey's schedule well enough to combat that, but I can at least confirm that Mia's is very fucked up. Yeah, there's not a single European within Nexus who has a good sleep schedule. Like, not a single one at all. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and drink a little bit more. Wow, Mia. Hold on. I'm gonna send Mia a message in a moment that says 30 minutes. Oh, hi, Cat. Oh, you're big stretch, you little kitten. Okay, 30-minute mark. 30 minutes. Then I'll send her the message. You've got this. There we go. Faye has been going to bed at like 8 a.m. for some days this week. It's that bad. Mia's. Okay. Mia literally sent me the question yes or no recently, and I said no because I knew she was going to be doing something irresponsible, and I wanted to say no, don't do it. And then she said, "Oh, okay, so I'm not going to sleep tonight then." Uh, anyways, I'm going to go to class without sleeping because that's what she does. Isn't that super cool? Isn't that super cool that she does that? That she just like doesn't sleep some days, and then she'll get like 2 hours of sleep. It's like, no fucking shit, you sleep through your like streams, woman. No wonder you're probably actually no. There's no way anybody in Nexus, well, besides the people who, between everybody who actually tries to stream on any live, there's no way anybody has worse any live hours for their quota than me this week. I'm gonna be real. I'm very, very behind on my quota. Yay, it's fine. But you know what? Today we're kind of catching up on it. We've been going for an hour and a half. The yappening it's gonna carry me through. It's gonna make sure that I don't lose my position. Alvin has worse hours between the people who actually try to stream, yeah? I'm gonna be real. It's like I couldn't even leak what happened with Alvin if I wanted because I don't know. Like, where is Alvin? Is he alive? You know what? Someday we'll learn. Maybe. Look, well, we're saving him for when he's needed most. Been super bad this week, understandably with debut stress, but damn, she basically missed all her streams. Yeah, no, she's been stressing, and I've definitely been making a worse wellness check. I couldn't check up on him if I wanted because he's not even in the main Nexus like Discord server. He's not. I do not have a way to contact this man, so I could not reach out to him if I wanted. Alvin is kept in a biotube in Harry's basement for when all else fails. It's like, whenever we actually need someone talented again, we can bring out this guy. Because I remember I did join, I think like a single Alvin stream, and I heard that man sing, and he can fucking sing. He is a good singer. So it's like whenever we're all out of talent, my goodness, and we'll make it the biggest debut of the century. When does Birdman stream? Do you mean Nagi Ishidori? I believe he usually it'd be at like midnight at your time. Alvin was low-key the best singer in Nexus, and he also knew how to handle audio setup even on any live. Yeah, no, like he was good. I hope all is well with him. Not Nagi? What Birdman then? I don't know which Birdman you mean. He like the Avatar, once Nexus needs him most, he would come back. When the world needed him most, he returned. I know when he streams, I stalk his shit. Here, I'm gonna have a little bit more to drink. Hopefully Mia's feeling alright. Hopefully she's alright. Maybe I'm doing too much to pressure her. You made a Stan account. Wow, I see. No, I get it. Nagi is quite the fellow, quite the handsome and talented fellow. You know, actually, I remember I was talking with him because Nagi and we've actually VC'd quite a lot. Nagi's super chill, and yeah, so we were in a VC together, and I mentioned he was still like 200 followers behind me on Twitter, and he's like, or I mentioned, oh, he's even more, or like, oh, I was like, dude, you're going to get big, I can tell, and like, you're gonna pass me in followers in no time flat. He's like, no, like, I'm gonna fall behind, it's gonna slow down, because like, I guess he couldn't even think about passing me up, I don't know. Anyways, he's now got like 150 more than me. Bro's at 700. Yeah, exactly. It's like, my guy. I think it's obvious. No, yeah, bro's over 700. It's okay. One of these days. Who knows? Maybe if I actually start like posting shit and not just streaming. Because like, yes, step number one to actually getting an audience is stream. Step number two is post stuff besides streams, or like do interesting streams as well. It's like you can stream and have more of an audience than somebody who wouldn't stream, but you have to, then make it interesting. That's step number two. Step number three is to then post shit. That's not just streaming. And I need to get to actually step number two because I'm not interesting. But maybe step number three will also help me out a little bit. I'm at 10% battery. Let's go. Do an AO3 read along? Hell no. A pic we made to honor Alvin in the other place. My goodness. Step two is streaming consistently. Oh, you're right. I've at least got that one somewhat. No. I've done. I believe I stream consistently. Like, you love the stories I sent? Yeah, they were wonderful. Call side, welcome on in, welcome. Okay, so to get an audience, step one, stream at all. Click go live. Step two, stream consistently. Step three, don't be boring. Do something. Step four, do something other than streaming. You can't only stream and be successful. Or theoretically you can. But in this day and age, that would be a wild thing. So post literally anything besides streams. Maybe it's song covers on Twitter. Maybe it's, maybe it's like edited videos. Maybe it's YouTube shorts, right? It's like if you look at the people who get big, even with the Nexus, it's not the people who are just streaming. Of course, like I could be doing more, and I know this. I'm just doing what I want to and what I'm comfortable with at the moment, I'm gonna be honest. It's like I want to do more. Don't get me wrong. Just to speed up. If you do the other three, you'll grow eventually, but it can take a while. I think that would be step 5. So step 4 would be like post other shit. Step 5 is to then like you gotta actually like keep going and going and going. That's why actually I managed to convince my roommates that if we're keeping this cat, then I'm gonna cut down my hours at my everyday detective duties a little bit. I'll cut them down just a little bit so I can spend more time with the kitten, make sure it's like, well fed, make sure it's like getting along with the other cats, because it does need to be monitored. But it also means that I'll have more time to stream. Because I mean, come on, I'm watching the cat right now. I'm taking care of it. So like, it's hanging out in my lap. Yes, hi little guy. What's up? You're being so nice and quiet. Gosh, he's the cutest thing you've ever seen. It all comes together. Yeah, you got to do all of it. And I stream consistently. That's where I am. So step 3, become interesting. But I don't know how to do that. I'll get around to it. Maybe if I drink more. No, I need to like start, yapping's fun. Don't get me wrong, and I like yapping. And I want to keep doing yapping streams, but I need to do other streams too, right? I can't just play games, which, my commentary is not bad per se, but I can use growth, And that's the thing. Nexus, it hails itself as an academy, and I stand firm in the idea that it is one. This is a place for us to experiment, for us to, try out things, get an audience's, reception of it. And we're not here because we have a well-established brand. We're here because we're learning how to establish a brand and what we would want our brand to be. And so, like, that's why even if I wanted to be like, somewhere that's flashier with more numbers, first of all, as of right now, there's still so much more that I need to do within Nexus. Like I can't leave yet. The big thing is like Nexus D&D. I put in so much fucking work. I'm not letting that die. Would it exist without me if I had left? Yes, it would have. In fact, I even made sure. I reached out to people. I said, "Would you still make Nexus D&D possible if I were no longer involved?" And they said yes. But I cannot stand the idea of abandoning it. So that at the very least, that needs to happen. But then also, I also need to improve. Like as you say, El Bandy, improvement is always possible. No matter how good somebody is, no matter where they are in their journey, improvement is always possible. You will never be perfect because nobody's perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect stream. No such thing as a perfect streamer. You just have to continue. Wait, you're leaving? No. I was considering leaving. I've decided against it. I'm not going anywhere. At least for the time being. Why? I'm not opening that can of worms. I'm not opening that can of worms on why I would leave, because a lot of things externally and even more things internally. That's the best way to say. And I'm not gonna open that can of worms. Look, if we were like playing that fucking little game that's going around web fishing, maybe if we were, doing a little bit of fishing, I'd crack open that can of worms so I could put one on my hook, do a little bit of fishing. But right now, look, I'm just sitting here at my office, kitten in my lap, trying to enjoy my beverage. Hell fucking no, I'm not gonna get into that. Shiori, welcome on in. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Actually, hold on. So I'm recalling something that I saw during the Nexus Family Feud. I saw someone say that you're making enemies of all the old men in Nexus, and I feel left out. Why aren't I your enemy yet? Why aren't we enemies? Why are you like, what's the beef between you and Kinzo, I guess, is what I'm really asking. I remember when Misty and me did lessons for Genesis back then, because it feels like there are things that are obvious as viewer that seem to elude talents and management. Good times. Well, I am always, I'm actually going to go ahead and chill my marshmallow real quick. If you ever feel like, or this goes to anybody, if there's any If there's anybody out there who thinks that there's some way that I can improve, and you don't want to tell me directly because you don't want to seem rude or anything like that, not that I mind, you can always submit it in my marshmallow. See, I don't check it often, but I do get emails whenever I get something in there. And so I do see, I will see it if something is posted in there. And so if you're like, oh, I think that your voice is disgusting, I'd say I agree. But you know what? Here, maybe I'll I don't know, I'll go higher pitch. Hey guys, hi, welcome in. So today we're gonna be solving some mysteries. He thinks he's a bigger Alien fan. I gotcha. Well, I can't compete with you there, so I guess no beef today. Wants to steal my Alien queen. Stop? Why? Why should I stop? What, you don't like that voice? Should I not? Here, do I need to go lower? Hold on. Here, I'll try to go lower. I'm already, like, my natural resting voice, I think, is, like, on the lower end of my voice, of my range. What are these stutters? And so, here, let's try, like, so maybe I can go a little bit lower. Hi. Maybe I just need to stream like this from now on. No, that's ill. I'm never doing that again either. For you, the one thing I can think of at the top of my head right now would be the consistency. Yeah, because I mean, I don't stream too often on Twitch, and then I don't cancel streams, but I'll typically give myself like 2 days off. Like, you don't have times that are as great as OSing time, and you're also a bit low on days you stream. I've not noticed a pattern what are off days yet. So what I'm trying to make my pattern. Here's the problem. What I want to be my pattern, ideally, would be Wednesdays and Sundays off. I think that's how my last two schedules have been. Well, sometimes I just stream like every day. Oh no. Okay, so actually, never mind. So what I did this week is what I want to do from now on, where I'll do Wednesdays and Sundays off. So I like it because it's 2 days stream, break, 3 day stream, and then that's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's like the prime. I want to stream on all three of those days for sure. But the problem with that is the fact that once a month, my work has a meeting on Tuesday evening, and I have to stay like really late. And so that means once a month, I'd have to do Tuesdays as my off day instead of Wednesdays, which I really, really don't like. I wish I could just do those 5 days a week, every single week, but it's like I don't want to do Monday, then Tuesday off, and then Wednesday through Saturday, because I think 4 streams in a row, I'm going to start to get exhausted, I'm going to get burnt out, and I want to avoid burnout. Like, at all costs. So, we'll see. Now, I do try to do all of my streams at 4:30. If possible, and that's 4:30 my time, of course. Just that's the plan. I think kind of what my schedule was like for this week, where I'll have 4:30 on every day except for Saturday, where I'll have something earlier like 2, is my ideal streaming schedule. If I could do this every single week, I would. And then hopefully eventually I can, only stream on Twitch and YouTube. That would be great. Arane, welcome on in, and Macaroni, welcome on in as well. I mean, that's workable. We also need a time slot, really. I can say 5 a.m. is Lulu, 10 is Mia, 5 p.m. is Asila, 7 p.m. is Mia again. Yeah, I see. No, you're right. People do have their specific time slot. So that's why I got to get that 4:30 CST time slot just in. Also, Inari is 4 a.m. for you, rough. And Bubby Boy, welcome on in as well. Welcome. Also, this is when I'm gonna start shilling Mia's debut. Please start finding it if you haven't already found it. Go to Mia's debut soon. I don't need to check schedules for these people to know that's when I can check for the schedules, and that's very valuable as a viewer. Very, very fair. It's why I'm even up though. It's 5 a.m. Oh, oh, so her debut's 5 a.m. for you? That's awful. It's okay. It's you watch the VOD. That's what I'll say. You, yeah, Mia sweep. Or who knows? Maybe I think 5 o'clock my time. So like not making it a 30. So 5 o'clock would be a bit more memorable, and it might work a little bit better for my current work schedule. Well, but then like, okay, if Tuesday and Wednesdays I'm gonna be getting off of. Oh wait, I guess now you'll know. Yeah, Tuesdays and Wednesdays I'm gonna be getting off work earlier now, maybe starting in December, I think. And so, how is that gonna affect my schedule? I guess I could stream at the same time, but use the extra time to like work. Maybe like I'll do Annie live streams on those days or something, like an Annie live stream before my Twitch/YouTube stream. Yeah, that could be good. Okay, I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Being a fan of Anario or Nano is rough for me. Yeah, no, definitely understandable. Definitely understandable. I think everybody who's an Anaria fan has it rough, though. Let's be honest. Also, the kitten's being so playful right now. Oh my goodness, playful kitten. Here, let's see if we can get any kitten yaps now. You want a yap for the audience? Why are you so relaxed in my hands? You're supposed to want. Here, what if I just set you on the desk? The kitten is just so. It's just so like zen. Like I want you to yap, but you're too relaxed around me. Oh, it's just walking around on my desk now. Yeah, what's up? Actually, hold on, Shiori. I just realized I can show you the kitten as well. Here, allow me to. I'll send you a picture that I took on stream actually during this stream. This will be your little introduction to casserole. Here, I'll send a few pictures actually. Here's another really good one. Do this one and this one. I'll send these four. All right, enjoy your dose of kitten pictures. You call it Cass for short? Sure do. That's the plan. So it's casserole, but Cass for short. And he is a handsome little fellow. There's a kitty? That there is. So here, I'll tell the kitty story, and this will be the last thing before we head on over to Times with an R. Tend to be hard. So yes, so the kitten story. Basically, I got a call from a friend just the other day. It was earlier this week, and he was like, "Hey, Ocean, hey, buddy, do you want a new cat?" And I was like, "Oh, what's this about?" And he's like, "So basically, my dog, he was running around in our backyard, and then he went to go attack something. So we stepped in. We're like, what's he trying to attack? And then we saw this little kitten on the ground, and we don't know what to do. And I'm allergic to cats, so we definitely can't try to keep it or anything. We can try to find its owner or anything, but we just need somewhere for it to stay for now. So please, would you mind keeping him for now?" It's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I didn't tell my roommates at first. I just decided for them, and then afterwards I called them. I was like, "Hey, roommates, we're getting a new cat, by the way." I'm a bad roommate. But in my defense, they understood and they would have said yes to. Because this kitten, oh yeah, I should say it was like covered in dirt and like looked a little bit potentially injured. And so we were like, we need to find a place for this kitten to stay like right now. And like we need to get checked out and everything. And so we did end up, bringing it here, and I've been hanging on to the guy. We got him checked for a microchip, checked for diseases, made sure that he's happy and healthy. And my friend, he's been posting online looking for the owner and everything. And with no microchip, with how the cat's acting and all these other factors, we really, really do think that he, like, probably, his parents were strays. And so, he's a, feral kitty, born and raised in the streets. But he seems, he's by himself, so probably abandoned by his mother. Hey, welcome on in, Stuff's Crust. Hey, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. And so, at first, actually, my roommates, they were like, "Oh, we don't need another cat. We've already got two. It's fine. Like we don't need a third one." And guess what? Um, they got really attached because this guy's really precious, especially because they're the ones who ended up getting him checked out, and they're home more than I am. And so, what, a few days ago, like 2 days ago, I want to say, they're like, "Yeah, we can keep the cat if we don't find an owner. This is our cat. I'm gonna still feed him milk." He's old enough, thankfully, to not need milk. Um, he's about 8 weeks old, so he doesn't need milk, thankfully. Which is I'm actually really glad about that because I did not want to have to raise a kitten. Like I've raised kittens before, but it was always with their mother. And start getting him on hard food. Yeah, so we've got kitty kibble. We've got some wet food as well for him. And actually, I ended up turning my chinchilla playpen, like the playpen where all the chinchillas hang out. I turned that into like a little kitten paradise. By kitten paradise, I mean he fucking hates it. Um, because it's not small per se, but it's definitely Wait, Shiori, do you have a sugar glider? I love sugar gliders. Oh, you need to send me pictures now. Like, this is not a request. You are sending me pictures of your sugar glider. I love sugar gliders. Here, tell you what, you send that live on stream. I'll give you a reaction, unless you don't want to send it now, which is also totally fine. But we gotta start heading over to Mia's channel. So please, please, please go support her. I don't even care if you leave the stream early before I end. Just make sure you're going supporting her because she has put in a lot of work, and I know she's been really nervous about this. So please make sure you go send her all kinds of support and remind her that you're there for her, because she's like, what if they don't like everything I prepared? What if, like, it's like, no, you don't look. As Kyo said earlier, people, like, yes, overlays are nice, emotes are nice, all this other stuff is nice, don't get me wrong, but they're watching you and support you because you're you, not because you have the highest budget or production value. It's like, yes, is that stuff nice? Does it make it look more professional? And could you maybe have a bigger audience? Yes, but like, people will still support you because they want to see you stream. It's like, sorry, I was rambling to this woman, rambling to her earlier because woman. Whenever I said on my Twitter post that she was panicking, I mean it. She was panicking. You're new here. Yes, sorry. I think I saw you mention that earlier. Yes, welcome on into Annie Live. Welcome, welcome. It's a pretty neat little app. Sometimes it has neat people on it. Actually, it's an app that has neat people. There you go. So I'm gonna in stream. So if you're new here, I encourage you definitely. And if you don't want to go check out Miss Mia Finnemore's stream or her YouTube debut stream, which is going to be going live in a little bit. Oh, the cat's climbing up on my shoulder. Hi, kitten. Oh my goodness. But yes, if you don't want to go support her, then definitely I would encourage you to find some other people on this app. This cat is fully on my shoulders. My model tracking is going crazy because of it. Yeah, I look like I'm all disjointed and everything. Yes, hi, cat. He is like fully. Here, we're gonna get you off, dude. He does not want off. Okay, that's fine. Here, you know what? I'm sorry. We gotta. Yeah, I gotta get you up. I'm sorry, dude. Here, you wanna give us a yap? Come on, give us a yap. Oh, that was a little tiny yap. Give us the louder one. Okay, fine. Be that way. Boom, done. Let me see. Oh My goodness. Is that an axle? Do you have a fucking axolotl? What? Dude, you've got the coolest fucking pets. What in the world? All right, but yes, everybody, get out of here. Go watch Mia. You have two rats as well. I love rats. I want rats so badly. Mia time. Go support her. She's gonna do fantastic. Bye, everyone.